Okay, hi everyone. My name is SmartAlec24, and I've seen a couple people show interest in running Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade. This is the Taito version. This is not the Ubisoft version. And the thing about this game is that sometimes the RNG can just break. So there is a tutorial on speedrun.com for how to run this game. I think Blood, Sweat, and Code was the one who made it. It's a great tutorial, and if you can keep the RNG, then you're good. The tutorial shows you the route to take. However, again, sometimes it just breaks. I don't really know why. However, there is a way to know exactly what grail you need to pick at the end, and I also just kind of want to go over some alternate strats. So this run here is from my Big 20 race, Big 20 number 14. And I did not get the full manip, but I got the backup. So I want to explain what that is. So, don't mind the reset. Well, actually, I'm going to explain that. So, kind of like the tutorial, I'm assuming you've watched it already, but if not, I'll go ahead and explain some stuff. So, you need to reset your game, and then I believe you need to hold start through this section. If it's not start, then it's select, but I'm pretty sure it's start for this. So, you're just going to hold start. Okay, when you do that, first off, the game will start, but second, it will lock in what the grail at the end will look like. So you can see above me, I'm moving it around right now. This is the grail that you will need to choose at the end of the game. Now, if you get the full manip, this will be in the same position every time. But I will show you what to do in case you don't get the full manip, because it will still be this grail. And I'll explain more once we get there, but let me just kind of go over the run a little bit first. So you're holding select here. You're just going to hold select and choose I must get the cross. You're always going to choose that. I will say that if you go to a different level, or if you do the levels out of order, or if you go to a level that you don't need to go to or whatever, this will throw off the RNG, and the grail will not be the one that is right above me. This is just a JPEG, but yeah, it will not be the same. So anyways, first level, you need to defeat 15 enemies. I don't know if you need to defeat them in a specific order, but basically just try to take them out as best as you can. Blood, Sweat, and Code has a better tutorial on this, but you can like do a jump kick toward the wall and you'll bounce off and you can hit another enemy. This game is very, very silly. I'll just go ahead and let this play out, but basically you need to defeat 15 enemies in order for the last enemy to show up, and the last enemy will show up in the same spot all the time. So anyways, yeah, and you can use your whip to try to take them out. Yeah, this was not a good game for a Big 20, but that's a whole other argument for another day. Anyway, so once you are down to 0, that guy will pop out, take him out, grab the cross, and you can move on. And you're gonna want to hold select. Just keep holding select. And then I believe you want to, yeah, you need to choose I must rescue Dad. I don't think you need to do I must find Marcus at all. I don't think you need to. But you need to choose I must rescue Dad. So you'll need to hold select until you get to that point, then let go of select, go down, press select on I must find Dad. So this route through this level will be the same. You're going to want to take the route that I go, but there's something I want to point out. So let's wait until we get there. So you take this path, go through these doors that I'm going through. So, okay. That guy right there, if he's here, your full manip is wrong. If he's here, then you did not get the full manip, or you might have lost it. I don't know if it depends on how you did the first level, or like how you did the menuing. I really don't know. Nobody has figured that out. So, I guess best case scenario, or like the thing you may want to think about is on the level with the ship, if you want to follow Blood, Sweat, and Code's route for how he defeats the enemies or who he takes out, etc., that might help. But if you see this guy, you don't have the full manip, but that's okay, there's a backup, and we'll get there. So just keep taking this path. This path is not going to change. You need to go this way all the time. Make sure you take this guy out. Sit in the chair. You just want to get in front of the chair and hold down. And then you can crawl out that way, which it took me a while to get, but there you go. Hold select. Go down to I must find Marcus. So yeah, I think it's I'll go to Venice that you never will need to do. You will never need to do that. And then here, I may even fast forward through this, but you're just gonna keep defeating these enemies. You need to do this before the little tank here gets here. Otherwise, I think it's a game over if that happens. And if you screw up, you can either try to, like, fight him normally like I did, or if you fall off the tank, it will cost you one of your, like, lives here. You can just get up and try again. The record holder in this game, Mad Max, has a really fast strat for this. It was figured out after the race, or after, like, people did this for the Big 20. So hold select. Go to I must get the grail. If you choose I'll go to Venice, honestly, you might as well just reset. You don't need to solve the slide puzzle. So, okay. Normally, if you have the full manip, you do not have to look at the screen. So, because this is the backup manip, this puzzle might be different. So, in my case, or at least on the case here, I need to look at what symbol it's going to be, which in this case ended up being the bat, or the bird, whatever this is. So you could refer to it as like, okay, I need to, obviously you have to look quickly, but it's like, oh, I need to go here, then here, then here, and all that. You could do all that. There's another way to do it, though. So depending on what you get, like if you get something where it's like if there was obviously a dead end right here, then you would go, okay, I don't need to go left there. I can try something else. So, but there again, there's another tell that I think is actually easier. So you can look at your map and then press select. If you have the full manip, you can just hold select the entire time and just skip through because it'll be the same solution as Blood, Sweat, and Coat's tutorial. So you need to spell Jehovah over and over and over again. As long as you are spelling Jehovah over and over, then you are safe. So also it's worth knowing this is a B, this is an H. I'll show you what an N looks like because I have lost a run where I thought I was jumping to an H and it was an N. So anyways, you're going to just spell Jehovah over and over and over again. So I'm spelling Jehovah, and there's Jehovah ends with an H, and as you can see, there's another J, so I'm going to spell Jehovah again. If I see an N, I'll let you know. Oh, okay, yeah, right there. That's an H, that's an N. So an H is a line across, an N is a slant, as you may expect. So anyways, Jehovah, so we see the O here. So we're going to go left. All right, we can spell Jehovah again. Now here, it's kind of a choice, but if you realize one path is wrong, you need to quickly fix it because at a certain point, your torch is going to go out and you won't be able to see any letters. I'll explain a little more later, but basically if your torch goes out, you're going to have to just guess if you don't know where the letters are. So, I decided to go up, and then same deal here. I just kind of made a choice. And I remembered from my, I wonder if I can go back. I'm at 1309. Let's look at 1251. Yeah, 42. Don't mind me. Yeah, I'm just scrolling through my Twitch highlights. So as you can see, I kind of went up, as you see in later on. I kind of went up and then left and kind of did some weird, or actually I went up right. And then, yeah, you'll see it, but yeah, this was a scary game to try to do a race. Yeah, here's the thing: if you fall down a letter, or if you jump on a letter you're not supposed to get on, you automatically lose, and your game is over. You have to try again. So that's why it's scary. So, anyways, I'm just spelling Jehovah over and over again. So yeah, this is okay, we're caught up now. So I took a left here. gonna keep spelling it. That's the safe way to do it. If I were to jump on that B, for instance, I'd be done. And yeah, O and B can kind of look the same, as you can see. But yeah, just keep like that's clearly an O, but then there's like, you might see a B and it has a line through it. You got to just be careful of stuff like that. Okay. So almost to the top here. Jehovah. Okay, so if your torch ran out, so the light came back on. If your torch was out but you make it to the end, the lights will come back on. So anyways, I need to jump off that bat/bird symbol. So I am going to go across here until I find it. So I found it. And we're going to jump off. Hold select. Okay. This is the part that trips everybody up. So the thing is, at the title screen, we were holding start before the game, like, as the, like, copyright stuff was on the screen. And then as soon as the title screen comes up, because we're already holding start, we're going to start the game on the first frame that shows up. That locks in what grail we need to choose. So take a look at the grail. Well, actually, take a look at these grails here. So we've got a bunch of different designs. We've got ones that look like a V shape, kind of. The base looks different between a few of these. Got different types of handles. Like that one has like a little design here. This one's more curved. You can see like the middle here. I don't know what it's called, but this is different. There's a lot of different things that, you know, they can look all kinds of different designs. And I think there's like, if you keep scrolling to the right, I think there's like a total of like 18 grails to choose from at the end. So you might wonder, like, how am I supposed to know which one to pick? Now, if you got the full manip, the correct grail will be here. It'll be the second one you see, if you got the full manip. But let's say you don't get it. Which one is it? So you may have to do a little bit of detective work, but look at the grail right above me. Look at the one that I'm moving here. This is the one you need to look at. So as you can see, actually, yeah, unfortunately I can't really point it out very well, but you might have noticed that this grail right around here, I'm actually going to choose that in this run, and I'm going to get it right, because this is the grail that you need to choose. So let me just back up a few seconds, try to get a... Okay. So let's put these side by side. So as you can see, the shape of the grail is, so like the shape, this is a good way to do it. The shape of the actual grail is the same between the two. We've got the correct handles. They both look like this, with this little like curve here. The base kind of goes like a little, you know, something like that. The actual base looks like this. It doesn't look like this at the very bottom where it's like really short. It's, you know, it's wider. And it doesn't like, you know, this goes kind of straight down in like a V shape. This kind of goes in like an O shape, if you will. So if you look through and you see exactly this one, if one thing is off, for instance, if the base is this instead, that's wrong. It must look exactly like this. If you can find the right one and choose it, then you will have the correct grail, and that you can choose it. Again, if you're doing full manip, it's the second one, but in case you mess up, then you'll choose the one that I have a picture of above me. So during the Big 20 race, I was like double, triple checking just to make sure that this was correct. It is. If you choose the wrong grail, so real quick, if you choose the right one, it'll, the little, whatever this is around it, it'll glow white, signifying you got it. It will go dark purple if you are wrong. Which, by the way, if you're wrong, your game is over. You have to do the entire game again. So this is why it's a little scary, and also why this game is silly. So anyways, you'll choose it. You'll hold select. It has to say you chose wisely. If it says you chose poorly, game over. You're not going to win. Because time ends there. Or at least I think it ends on the black, on when the screen's completely black after you chose wisely. But you'll get this screen. So there you go. And I had to shut the game off to switch to the next game. But basically that's the gist of it. That's the backup manip. So if you do get it wrong, there are strategies to get back on track, or at least be able to finish the game. But honestly, if you're just grinding this out, or if you want to get the record or whatever, you're going to need the full manip anyways. But I figured I'd go ahead and make this video just in case you're a little confused, or because the backup manip is not really known. So I just kind of wanted to put this out for everybody. So yeah, let me know if you have any questions or anything, and I'll do what I can. So thanks for watching, and good luck.